Week 18 on my road to Worlds. This week was another week where I wasn't able to train quite as much as I was wanting to. It's an unfortunate situation of being an adult. Life gets in the way sometimes. I had a chat to my coach, and yeah, as strict as he is, he also understood that sometimes life just gets busy. So I was missing a lot of my strength training, which is the current block that I'm doing. Just because it was either the strength training off the wall or actually climbing. And the strength training doesn't have much merit outside of the climbing. You kind of have to do both. So you can't have the strength training without climbing, but you can't have climbing without strength training. So I just chose to do the climbing. Next week is hopefully better. Hopefully I can just get back into it. Because the current program I have right now is really enjoyable. I'm physically always tired doing it, which is a good sign. Just means that when I get to my deload week, I'm actually going to make some recovery and gains. But this week was a lot of focus on comp style moves. As I said in last week's video, a lot of my issues with comp style moves was the commitment to it. So I try to find moves that I can commit to, as well as just moves that I'm struggling with, or moves that are just really difficult, even though it's in my style, just to try and really nail the technique. So let's have a look what this week had in store. So this boulder here wasn't a terribly difficult boulder. The first move was pretty committing, but then the top of it wasn't too bad. I only just saw that foot on the right as I was doing the boulder. And that move there, I didn't read it as a 1-2. I kind of read it that I was able to just stick out. But when I got there, I kind of realized, yeah, I'm going to have to 1-2. Also, my shoe was untied while doing that, but it didn't really matter too much. Now, this was the most compy style boulder on this wall, so I just did a bunch of variants on this boulder. So obviously, I'm trying to take out the foot to try and force the 1-2. That hold that I am going off, that left hand, is not good enough to stop on, so you have to really just hit it and keep going. And I got a lot closer as the day went on. Just trying to find the right swing, the right time to pull, as well as every time I do it wrong, I need to remind myself that when I hit the hold, I'm not pulling left. I need to pull upwards to try and give myself time to hit both those in a good spot, because I think you can see most of the times I hit both hands fully outstretched, which makes it very hard. You want to hit especially the left hand in the upper half of the hold. So that one was a very close attempt just because I rested quite a good amount, and I did the move properly. But yeah, it was a very difficult move. Looking back at it now, I could probably utilize my hips a bit more instead of just all my arms, because I'm swinging and then as soon as I go, my hips kind of just stop moving. And it's probably something I can focus on for next time I'm on this boulder, is to just use my lower body a bit more. A lot of the goes that I'm doing very well on, my lower body is doing a bit more, but a lot of the goes that I'm doing bad on, okay, that was just a different variant. A lot of the goes that I'm doing bad on, my hips stop moving. So this variant here was just trying to go into the double Gaston. Thanks to that guy for that. Which the other variant I kind of just abandoned because it was just very, very shouldery. This is another variant on this boulder where you just go from different holds. So it's a bit bigger on the first move, and then you go straight out. I was lucky enough to be tall enough, like just to reach those two. And then the top of it. But now I wanted to try and do it without the span, so commit to jumping out left and stabbing the foot, which I nearly stuck on the first go, which I was pretty happy about, and I wanted to see how much different it makes when I go right foot instead of left foot, but I just felt that it wasn't great. I did actually end up sticking the move, but someone walked in front of the camera while I was doing most of the climb, so you can't really see anything. This was another boulder, which again, another person walked out in front of it, which is always good to see. It wasn't exactly a compy climb. It was just a cool climb with a really tough top. This one had a pretty compy first move, and then just had a really burly top. Just a blind throw into that hole and just really squeeze. So on my flash go, I dropped the first move, but I did pretty well on the rest of the climb. Which you can see here. I just try to just really trust in that foot, which was pretty good, so it's pretty easy to trust it. And then when I get here, obviously, I'm just not sure what to do. I thought about going to this crimp, and I just lost everything. My second go, I was actually able to stick this hot move. Kind of focusing on almost reaching out and almost hitting it before letting the left hand go in instead of just doubling. Kind of giving myself that little bit more time, which is obviously seems to help. On this go, I try to just... The actual beta is to toe hook where the right hand is, but my toe hooks just aren't good enough for that at the moment. So I try to really just sit into this drop knee, and when I didn't reach around far enough on that first reach, my power just decided to leave my body, and I didn't have enough to pull me through the rest of the boulder. Yeah, look, the week was alright. It wasn't a great week. It wasn't a terrible week. I feel like I climbed pretty well. I didn't have as much power as I'd like. I think I'm mentally still not fully into this new program just because I wasn't able to do it a lot. But I'm keen to get back into it and really get stuck into the training and just see the progression that I can make on it. I'll be back to try these boulders, and hopefully I can make some more progression on these and the other ones that are going to be set as well. So stick around for the journey.